Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Bowl or Brown Out Loud, a podcast where stories come to life in the most fun and lighthearted way possible. I'm your host Sanya and I'm joined by my co-host and sister Anam. Arey Anam, tum kab aayi?
Mm, very funny. Anyway, this is what we've planned for you guys. Twice every month, we'll bring you stories rooted in our brown experiences. Whether it's a wild adventure, a quirky character, or a kahani made twist, we will share stories that are sure to make you laugh.
So in today's episode, we are going to talk about bathrooms. And there is a whole lot happening in this theme. Let's put culture aside. Every Desi household has their own set of bathroom etiquettes, and you are bound to commit an etiquette faux pas when you visit someone else's house. There is this whole bathroom slipper shenanigans in some homes where the bathroom slippers are different from your home chappals and you can't mix them up.
Exactly. And why are bathroom slippers so hideous? Like, can we get a pair that doesn't look ugly?
No, that's a rule for bathroom slippers. They have to be ugly and also slightly wet for no reason at all.
You, Sanya.
Coming to wet, there is also this whole idea of water politics that happens in bathrooms, especially in the Western Hemisphere. Like, will I have access to water in this bathroom? Won't I have access?
I think, speaking of water, let's take a pause and let's actually talk about the sacred vessel that holds this water, the lota. It's a
The
very,
lota.
I mean, honestly, I feel the Home Depot planter aisle is like a secret lota showroom for brown people.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this has happened to me a couple of times where I'm just strolling, pretending to be a plant enthusiast and walking through the planter aisle, and I see that perfect lota, perfect size, grip, pour. It has another brown soul always looking at it though, always. And there's this awkward pause, like there's a nod that happens, like the sacred lota nod, I would like to call it. It's like a silent agreement that this isn't about plants, we are here to find the perfect lota. And I hate to admit it, but like I try my best to channel in my Lucknowi tehzeeb and be like, pehle aap le lijiye. But my eyes, oh my God, Sanya, they look so desperate. Like my ancestors are telling me, like, fight for this. This is mine. I need this lota. This would complete me. But yeah, I mean, now when I tell you this, I just think about how even for bum washing things, we find subtle competition and community. Hats off to brown people. Like, I'm like, who's going to get the lota today? Like, this is the perfect lota. And just like being out there and being very open about it.
Okay, Anam, I am not sure the kind of conversations you have with your dead ancestors. They seem they seem deranged. They are asking you to do a revolution for a freaking lota. There are hundreds of lotas stocked in Home Depot.
Someone has to keep my ancestors proud. You're not doing it, so I might as well take it. Just saying.
Yes. And talking about lota and water, I want to bring us back to bathroom etiquettes from your story, where you went on a side quest of telling your lota story. Like, I think with lota, another thing is like, like everyone turns into Sherlock Holmes when they see that drop of water on the floor when you leave. Like, if you've made a mess, please clean up. Like,
Sanya, please, sorry. This is just you. No one else does it. This is not your space to find a support group. Please, Sanya, like check in with yourself. This is talk to your therapist about this, not to on a podcast.
seriously, is it only me who like feels like,
Yes.
dude, like clean up? Okay, anyway, moving on. I have another one. So let's not forget about the air freshener enthusiasts. Folks, please don't play air freshener Olympics in the bathroom. Those chemicals are potent. Like one spritz is really enough. Because whoever is going next is choking on that smell.
I mean, I don't want to be gross, but I can speak from lived experience that when The lilac and lavender field smell mixes with your business in the bathroom. It kind of creates like a gas chamber of chemical warfare. It doesn't help anybody, especially those folks who want to use the bathroom after you just to wash hands. Just to wash hands.
Seriously.
Oh, I have another one. This
Okay.
reminds me. I would like to call them the bathroom DJ. The people who will blast their playlist to drown the noises when they're doing their business. But
Yes.
I found the best person to represent the story. One of my aunt, who obviously was like, I'm not carrying my phone inside because it's yucky, right? She used to sing patriotic songs loudly. And when I say patriotic songs, I specifically mean "Eh Mere Watan Ke Logo" to drown the noises. So I couldn't hear her in the hotel room which we were sharing on a vacation. So every time my aunt started with "Eh Mere Watan," I knew she had had good dinner.
Basically, bathroom etiquette isn't just rules, it's a whole lifestyle. You're either in the club of etiquettes or you're being judged from the other side of the door.
And let's be very clear about this. We're always 1 inch to losing our membership to this club, right? Walking on eggshells, right? Okay, with all this discussion on bathroom, Sanya, I know you have a story. Of course you do. So let's get into the bathroom story. And this is the segment we call Kissa Time.
Today's kissa is going to be about a 6-year-old me in a bathroom and a shatafa. If you're wondering what a shatafa is, well, a shatafa is the Arabic word for a hand shower. And if you grew up in Asia or the Middle East or are a practicing Muslim, you might know the importance of a hand shower in a bathroom. For everyone else who is not very familiar with the hand shower or the shatafa, go ask a Desi or Middle Eastern friend. Chat with them about this over coffee. I think that will be a great conversation. Anyway, so I'm 6 years old, living with my family in the Middle East, and I'm at a dinner at my auntie's house. Let's call her Auntie Agony. Please don't mistake her for an agony aunt because she is not somebody you go to with your problems. She is Auntie Agony. She is the cause of your problems. So if you have an Auntie Agony, you need to go look for an agony aunt to solve those problems. So, Auntie Agony is your quintessential auntie who is a super, super, super strict person. Her house is immaculate. She clearly has OCD. Everything is pristine in her house. She has collectibles from her world travels. Everything is perfect and orderly. She also has grown kids who don't live with her anymore, and she's kind of done with that whole kid energy in the house. She doesn't want kids running around in the house, like walking on the carpets and things like that. And I'm spending this time talking about Auntie Agony because I have a feeling she might reappear in many of our stories. So I thought I'll take some time to talk about her. Anyway, coming back to Auntie Agony's dinner. So, Auntie Agony is the worst cook ever. Worst cook ever. Like, it's so hard to eat her food. Everything is defrosted from I don't know how many years ago. Like, she's always talking about how great her deep freezer is. If someone's talking to you about their deep freezer and how long the food has been in that deep freezer, I don't want to eat that food. And I'm not yucking on her yum, just being very honest here. That food is not edible. It's way past its expiration. At least that's what it feels like to me. But I still eat her dinner, which is really horrible. Many thanks to my uncle who passes me the achar. And if you're a desi, you know an achar can save you from anything. The achar can make or break a meal. If you have a bad meal, just put some achar on it and it's going to taste edible. So that's what I did. I ate a lot of achar.
And you all know achar is really good for you because it aids in digestion. So I eat too much of it at dinner, and now I need to use the bathroom. And I'm 6, so I've probably just learned how to go to the bathroom on my own. I go to the bathroom in Auntie Agnes' house, and the bathroom looks different. It's a powder room. And at that point, I'm probably not used to being in a fancy powder room with wallpaper and a vase with dry arrangements. But I'm like, okay, this is great. I go and sit down and do my business. And then I lean over to look for the shatafa, and there isn't one. Now, that's a huge surprise for me because if you have lived in the Middle East, you know there is no single bathroom without a shatafa there. And at that point, I have never ever been in a bathroom which doesn't have one. So now I don't know what to do. There's probably toilet paper. I don't remember about it. And it could be because at that point I would have never used one before. So I don't know what that role is. And I'm panicking. I'm like, what am I going to do? I just pooped. How do I clean this up? And then I see that fancy vase with dry arrangements. So my 6-year-old brain problem solves. I go take the vase, remove the flowers, fill the vase with water, and use that to clean myself up. And I'm super proud of myself that I figured it out. Once I'm done, I put the dry arrangements back in the vase, thinking that I've done a great job at arranging them, but clearly I have not. And then when I go to wash my hands, I see there are all these fancy decorative soaps there. I'm intrigued by them. There is also the regular looking hand soap there, but I don't use the hand soap because I think to myself, why would I use the regular hand soap? I go ahead and use all these decorative soaps, wash myself up, clean myself up real good, and come out being super proud. And by the time I come out, it's time for us to leave because dinner is over and we say our goodbyes to Auntie Agony and we leave. When we reach home, my dad gets a call from Auntie Agony and she's screaming. She's losing it. And I can see the panic stricken face of my father. Auntie is screaming at him and she's saying, teach your daughter some manners, some bathroom etiquettes. And my dad's like, what happened? What happened? And Auntie Agni goes, well, there's water on the floor. I thought I had a leak in my bathroom. The floor is all wet. There is water in my vase. My dry arrangement is not dry anymore. And your daughter used up all the decorative soaps, which now I have to throw away. I'm mortified because I think this is my last day on earth. My dad apologizes to Auntie Agni, of course, and then he looks at me. And I'm pretty sure he's gonna kill me. He says, you used a vase for a shatafa? And I'm like, yeah. I thought he was gonna kill me. But I see his expression, which is not anger. And I'm confused. What is happening? Am I not going to die today? So I asked my dad, what did you want me to do? There was no shatafa. And my dad just looks at me and says, genius. And that, folks, is the end of my story.
Ew. Oh my god, Sanya, this story is gross. And I think you should have put a spoiler alert. Listeners listening to this over dinner or planning to have dinner, I know now you have change of plans. My apologies. Sanya, ew. Like my gross meter is maxed out. I have so many questions. Okay. I want to know, Auntie Agni was mean to us. And now I'm wondering, was this the reason she was mean to us? Like, when did this happen? I want to know exact time.
Now you're going to blame it
Of
on me?
course. Like, who cleaned after you? I'm just wondering about her poor husband. And I remember those decorative soaps. It was evident to a 4-year old that they were decoration, but not to a 6-year old. But anyway,
Dude, I think we should not call decorative soaps then. Like, they're supposed to be used.
I mean, Sanya, the trauma. I'm just thinking about all the stuff you did after that whole bum washing episode. It's grossing me out. Sanya, this has unleashed so much trauma for me. You're definitely going to pay for my next therapy session.
No, I'm not.
Anyway, so we speaking of trauma, want to rate this story because this should go down in history of how you grossed people out. Where's that rating scale of yours? Okay, hot take scale time, everybody.
Woohoo!
Number one is trauma, trauma, trauma. Number two is typical. That sounds just like Sanya right now. Number three is bolti bun. Number four is brown culture heirloom. And number five, I peed in my pants laughing. LOL. Okay. This is easy. This is number one for me. Trauma, trauma, trauma. Yuck. It has Huggu involved and Auntie Agony. This is too much. Too much for me. Too much for my brain. Amygdala hijack. This is when it happens. But
What?
once Sanya doesn't know something that I know, and it's like a very rare moment for younger siblings. So let's just take a moment. I'll just do my manual drum roll. Dish. Anyway,
Did you just say amygdala?
it's amygdala.
No, no, it's not. Anyway, I'm not paying for Anam's therapy session. FYI, also she lives in Canada where everything is free, including healthcare. So nice try, Anam. मुझसे यहाँ पैसे ऐंठती और वहाँ मुफ्त में थेरेपी लेती.
Stop it. You've already done enough damage to a lot of people right now. This is when they will unsubscribe. So, to save followers, I'm going to listen to what Janta has to say on this matter, on this big topic that we've been discussing so much.
That's right. Let's move from us to Janta. And with that, it's game time. We are playing Bowl Baby Poll, where we throw out a question related to our episode theme and folks vote on it. So, people, let's see how your opinions stacked up. For this episode, we asked, what's your preferred bum washing weapon of choice? You had four options to choose from. Option one was the Lota Legend, the tried and trusty mug. Option two was Bide Boss, a handheld spray gun for precision cleaning. Option three was bottle backup, the just in case water bottle in emergencies. And option four was wet wipes baby, soft as a baby's bottom. And the votes are in. Once again, over 35 people responded to our poll. And Anam, you haven't seen the results yet. Which option do you think won?
Firstly, this speaks a lot about our social circle. Like, woohoo, 35 people.
Over 35. There were more than 35.
Question: Lota Legend, Bide Boss, Bottle Backup, Wet Wipes Buddy. I know way too many people who eye the mineral water bottle while someone's having lunch because they're like, I'm going to steal it when you don't know it. And then just feel great
Who
about
are
themselves.
these people, Anam?
I don't want to mention their names because they are blood relatives. But anyway, I think everyone voted bottle backup, the just in case water bottle in emergencies.
Okay, option three, bottle backup. Computer G. Option three, lock kiya jaye.
Seriously, Sanya?
Suspenseful music.
Which we don't have money for.
अफसोस सनम हमेशा की तरह आपने गलत जवाब दिया है
Very
Galat jawab.
funny.
The option that got 64% of the votes was Bidet Boss, a handheld spray gun for precision cleaning.
I have my doubts. This feels a rigged poll. Janta always takes my side, so I want to recount. Sanya, this is rigged.
You have lost twice. We have recorded 2 episodes. You have lost in both.
So you're saying that we have people who are privileged enough to go to bathrooms that have already installed bidets.
The question was about bum washing weapon of choice, not survival.
But anyway, this is rigged. I want to recount, Sanya. This is not done.
Who do you think we are? We are not going to do a recount. No, because
Sanya,
you lost.
speaking of rigged polls, we need more of you listeners to participate in our groundbreaking polls. So DM us if you want to be a part of Bowl Baby Poll. I love that meme. It cracks me up.
Of course it does. You came up with it.
Duh. Anyway, please, 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 please share your thoughts or favorite moments with us on our Instagram account at brown.out.loud. Thanks for joining us on this fun storytelling journey. We hope it brought you some laughs and left you with a story you would love to share. Spread the joy, folks. Like, share, and subscribe, and help two behens out. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere else you get your podcasts at Brown Out Loud. Until next time, this is us, Anam and Sanya, keeping the stories alive. Adab. सानिया भाग गई लगता है
So, sorry, yes, Adab, bye.